YouTube. Happy, what is today? Monday. Of course I know it's Monday. At the Sunday Blues. Anyway, pack my lunch with me. So, hope everybody had a good weekend. I did my arms on Saturday, and they're even more sore today. And I'm giving these crackers to my friend Kim at work. I've discovered I definitely don't like any kind of black sesame. Anyway, oh, supplements. Yogurt bowl. I fixed this yesterday to eat that I never did. It's like 3 tablespoons of yogurt, some frozen blueberries, and the seed mix, and a little bit of crunchy topping. It's probably not crunchy anymore, it's probably soggy. That's fine, it all goes down the same way. Supplements. And my favorite, a new bag. No, I really need to read the back of this. Make sure it doesn't have any. It has -1 gram of sugar. That's great. So, I guess I should have started reading it months ago when I started taking it as a snack for work. Anyway, this container holds 2 cups. Bonus kernels. And I'm going to take a banana today. All right, and then I'm going to take one of these for my friend Kim. She's awesome. I love her. We've been friends for probably 6 years now, 5 years. But she's never tried Laughing Cow cheese, so I'm gonna take her one. She is a teammate of mine. She works on first shift, 7 to 3. Why do I fight with the ice cube tray every day? It's like trying to flip some over so I can have the double cube for tomorrow. Flip them up. And so we should be really busy this week at work. You know, sometimes there's some days I wish I could tell you where I worked, but there's a strict no social media policy. I had to sign an NDA. Because damn, we're having some excellent sales. I got the email about the sales on Friday. Amazing, like you. And Anyway, I wish I could tell you so you could take advantage of the sales. But alas, I cannot. I normally don't work out on Monday nights, but I am going to go see if anybody's on one of the either the treadmill or the elliptical. I was on the treadmill on Saturday at Planet Fitness, but that didn't hurt my hip. But I think I need an incline, do an incline. So I've been doing no incline. And then on Planet Fitness on Saturday, I did a 3.5%, or is it just a whole number? I think it was only 3% then, incline. And it didn't hurt my hip. Small wins. So anyway, it's just important for me to get it together, get my health together. And honestly, I just want to be healthy, to do whatever I want to do and be strong as long as I can. Anyway, all right. If there's no one in the gym tonight and I go, I'll talk to you then. Hi, YouTube. Welcome to the next clip. So, it's Pack My Lunch With Me, Paul's Boutique. Beastie Boys are one of my favorite rap. Are they rap? I don't know. They are rap. I mean, that's what they do, but they have like a soul beat to them. Anyway, I'm gonna have an avocado today. Let's hope, I washed it a couple days ago. Let's hope it's not rotten. You know, avocados, they had them 4 for $5 at the Kroger. Look, not bad. So I got the hard ones. So they've been in my fridge. So I'm gonna take this and I peel mine. I don't squish it out like most people. I peel it, plop it in the bowl. But if they're a good ripeness, they just peel right off. Get rid of this. Cottage cheese. So I think it's funny that cottage cheese is making a comeback. It used to be, like, I grew up where my mom was always dieting. You know, fake butter, butter buds. It was like a liquid butter you shook. You know, but she used to eat cottage cheese. Why do they make it so difficult? I mean, I would rather it be sealed tight, of course, but let's cut it open. And it's still, and I tried it a while back, but she would. Oh my gosh, what is wrong with this thing? I'm gonna get cottage cheese juice everywhere. Oh my gosh. Whatever. Now I gotta wash my hands again. There's one thing about me, I cannot stand sticky anything, or I don't know. How come people on YouTube don't wash their fruit? Really? Very rarely. They just eat it out of that plastic container. I'm like, oh, maybe it's me and I'm overreacting. Anyway, my little avocado. That's some sea salt, or Malden sea salt. A little olive oil, not much. Just a little sprinkle. Some pepper. Yep. So today's Tuesday. Excuse me. Excuse me. Do y'all ever just wake up in a bad mood? Yesterday, Monday, you know, we had a beautiful weekend, like high 60s degree weather. Beautiful weekend. I did all the things. Is that a teaspoon? 2. 2.5. I did all the things. Mukbang. I woke up yesterday just pissed off. I don't know. I'm having issues with being angry. I already have enough salt on there. 1 avocado and 2.5 teaspoons of cottage cheese. Let's shake it down a little bit. I don't know how that happens when you just wake up and pissed off. I don't know. Probably people that know me are like, that's normal. But it's really not. I really am happy, and most of the time, I mean, I don't know. Running some hot water. I don't know. I'm happy most of the time. I'm just very, I don't know. I just woke up irritated. Maybe it's the menopause. Whew, we women. We go through so much. We go through so much in life. And I ran some hot water just to dissolve. Get some ice. But it very rarely happens. I just wake up in cranky mood. It's like, did I have bad dreams? I don't know. It's just part of being a real person, I suppose. I don't put up any, my goal with this YouTube channel is just to be myself. You know, not a lot of editing, unsweet tea. Not a lot of editing. My home is comfortable. I don't try and go for that aesthetic pleasing look. It's what's comfortable to me. Anyway. All right. I'm also going to take a banana. I do go to the gym tonight after work. I think I'm gonna try Planet Fitness during the week. Every time I go to my little gym now, it's just, there's no cardio equipment available. So, I just want to get in and get out and get it done, and I hate waiting on a machine or whatever, and we don't have that. In my little gym, we only have like one of each, if one. We don't even have a, you know, what is that, a hamstring curl machine or a front one to work your legs. We don't even have one of those. So, and because of my hip, it's important that, doesn't that look refreshing? It's delicious. You should try it. But we don't, because of my hip, I need to, my supplements, because of my hip, I need to work my gluteus maximus. So that machine is very important for me on my wellness journey. And I'm hoping this is the last bout of cold, dreary weather. I'm ready to see some flowers this spring. I'm ready for the warm sunshine on my back. Anyway. Cottage cheese, popcorn, supplements, and I am going to take a banana. Oh. Because I will probably have to freeze the last two because I didn't. Is that really a chunk of avocado on my. I just washed this thing. Dang. I forgot what I was talking about. I think that's also a symptom of menopause, perimenopause, whatever it may be. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me on Fix My Lunch and being real. And welcome to the real life. I mean, the realness. You know, why put up any fronts or pretend of anything? You know, because just why? Why bother? All right. I'll see you in the next clip. Well, I got laid off today. It'll be fine. I'll be fine. But I told myself I would be honest and transparent with my YouTube channel. I know I'll be fine. I always am. Truthfully though, I absolutely hated that job. I'll be fine. And I was shocked I didn't get laid off when they did the mass layoff. But business never picked up. It kept going down and down and down and down. Well, not down and down. It just never increased. It just kind of stayed low volume. So I'm just going to take a few days. I've always been self-employed. I know I keep saying that, but I mean, I don't know do I file unemployment? I don't know what to do moving forward. So I'm going to take a few days and do some research and figure it out. It may be time for me to make a big move again. You know, I just signed another lease on this apartment, but I have a friend that's a corporate attorney, and you know, I'm pretty sure she can get me out of anything I asked her. Anyway, that is that's just another thing. Anyway, I wanted to document this so I could look back, and I don't know why I'm crying. When they pulled me into the office, and when they pulled me in, the head of HR and my direct boss, who's also a good friend of mine, I kind of knew yesterday when she left early and she was upset. Not that she was upset about me, but she wasn't her normal self. Anyway, I just knew it. I knew it was coming, and it gave me a job skill. I do have that, and I have, you know, that to put on a resume. But I'm just going to take a couple days and figure it out. All right, see you in the next clip. Hello, YouTube. Welcome back to this clip. I would say fix my lunch with me, but I got laid off. I'm getting ready to go sign my papers, and I've just been reflecting. It's 2 days later. I got laid off on a Tuesday, and today is Thursday. I've just been doing some reflecting, and I'm ready to just move on to the next chapter. The low wages and the high stress, and because I always explore side hustles, outside options, that it just worked for me, for the last few years, the job. And then, especially when we changed to 11 to 7, which that only lasted for me for 2 weeks. And it's fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine. That was the first time I've ever worked in a corporate environment. And I can always, I'm very fortunate that I'm comfortable in most situations. I am easily adaptable. I adapt easily, rather, and it was good. My management was absolutely phenomenal, and I know that a lot of people have had issues with that management in the past by the reviews on Indeed and Yelp and Google, whatever the reviews. And I cannot say the same. The head honcho boss, I enjoyed working under her, and I wish I could say her name. I enjoyed working under her so much. And if I had aspired to be anything other than, oh, that will be deleted. If I would have been aspired to do anything other than what I was doing at the company I worked for, then boy, I would have liked to have been taken under her wing. And she was very blunt, and that hurt a lot of people's feelings. It never hurt mine, because, that's how I like for people to, if you're trying to show me something, teach me something, I'd rather have no BS involved. And just, I don't need that, oh, it's okay, it'll be all right. No, that's not who I am. And I know that's a lot of the younger generations today that go into corporate, with their safe spaces and their, you hurt my feelings bullshit. That's not how the world is at all on any level. So, so maybe that's why I didn't have issues. But anyway, I'm going there to get my stuff. That they boxed it up for me. I never kept a lot there, but I did. I had like a jacket and a stress squishy ball and a chair, a butt cushion, because of my hip. But they were good to me, and they've been fair with me. And, I'm ready to move on to the next chapter. I don't even know if I want to be, I absolutely need a job, but I don't know if I want to, work like 2 part-time jobs and then pay for insurance outside of that. Because, and I'm going to say it, it's expensive to live, and unfortunately, working 40 hours, is it blue collar work? I don't know, working in a factory, I don't know. The pay scale and then the, 40 hours, it just doesn't align with, the rent increases and the price inflation with groceries, gas, etc., phone bill, cable bill, and everything has gone up. So I think I would rather have, instead of working a strict schedule, I think I would rather work 2 part-time jobs and work, 50 hours. I do, like yesterday was so funny. Yes, I've been looking and applying for jobs, whatever, but there's a lot of hours in the day, and, maybe I would rather work 2 jobs with 5 hours each, to get 10 hours in. Anyway, I'll figure it out. I'm just I've done a lot of the leg work, and I figured out I can apply for unemployment. I knew that, but I just didn't know the process. So that will be done probably next week. Today is a Thursday, and all the phone calls and the text messages, and boy, am I going to miss the people. I made a lot of connections, but, someone told me, the people you actually want to stay connected with, you already have their phone number. And that is true to an extent. I can think 2 or 3 people that aren't even on social media that I would like to keep up with. So, but right now my teammate still has her position. However, she does these reports, and I know, and when I was talking to her, she knows that's the only thing that's keeping her job. And she's getting ready to go for her birthday. She goes every year for her birthday to Florida to see her best friend, and she just doesn't feel, because she's having to train someone to do those reports before she leaves, which is next Friday, because I had Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off of next week to, calm down to work alone while she was gone. So I hope that doesn't happen to her, but she has a strong skill set and she'll be fine. Here's the deal. You will always be fine if you just believe in yourself and put your best foot forward and have a little bit of money saved up. It will be interesting to see how cheaply I can live until I can find something else or figure out if I'm going to move so that's what I'll do this weekend. I'm just going to sit down with myself and do a realistic financial check and see where I'm at. And my heart and my soul are in a different place. I don't know if going through all the rigmarole and all the BS to, lock in another job here when my heart isn't here. And so we'll see how all that plays out. But thank you for following along on my journey. And I'm glad they're not doing construction next door again. That was a lot. But you know what? That's apartment life. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in... This will probably be my last clip on this video, just because it's encompassing me being laid off and moving forward. But I will be updating, and I'm not sure how and I was real proud of myself for this. I was 3 videos ahead, but I haven't uploaded. Technically, this would be the 3rd video that I haven't uploaded, and I have the other 2. So I don't know if I'm just going to drop them all in the next day or 2, or my plan is every week, was past tense, every week. But I'm gonna tell you all that I lost my job a month from now. I guess it doesn't matter, because I'm not saying anything, but it is March the 5th, so I'll say that. Maybe I'll put timestamps and dates on the top of the videos. Anyway, it's not like I have a big following anyway, so it really doesn't matter. But it's nice to, it's been nice documenting this part of my life. I am a private person, but I'm not on the same sense. I don't know how to explain that. Anyway, thank you for watching, and thank you so much for your responses to my past videos. They've been moving on up the scale, moving on up with that watch time hours and etc. So I will see you in the next video, and I hope everybody has a next week. Next week, I think, is when the time changes, and I'm excited about that. I am excited for, you know, the sun to be out till 7 o'clock and later. So, anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.